go ahead and get started here. Hey Chief, can you get your guys to cooperate? I think it's that retired guy is kind of flipping them up, so. Well, good afternoon. What an exciting day it is to celebrate the community's first fire tower. And before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and introduce some of our elected officials. We've got Lori Vetcher, Ward 1 council member, and is there anybody else able to make that? City Manager Steve Shanker just walked in. All right, well, before I make any comments on the apparatus, I just want to say a word of thanks to our fire department, every one of you that go out and keep our community safe. Many times we don't say thank you enough to all the staff. It goes for law enforcement as well as for fire department. And, I was just sharing with some of the staff that how important it is, and we just take for granted. You guys go out there, and it used to be, I always think of fighting fire, you put water on something, you know, just seeing foam and all the other things, and taking into consideration wind, and just thank you for risking your lives to keep us safe. We don't take that for granted, and thank you for your service. So, you agree? All right. So the fire tower, I had not heard that before, but it's a fire apparatus with a basket at the end of the aerial device, and I understand it'll go up about 100 foot in the air, so that's quite a ways up there. The basket, which can hold several firefighters, will assist in high-rise rescue or a situation where an elevated water stream is needed. We certainly hope that we won't need that sometime in the future, but investments in fire and rescue apparatus is really important for our Ames Fire Department, and I know it keeps all of us safer. It creates for a more efficient and safer work environment for all our firefighters. So, and I believe this is going to be the new home for Tower 1, and my understanding that the previous ladder is on its way up to get refurbished in the near future. So, with that, it's my honor to introduce our Fire Chief, Rich Higgins. He's going to offer some additional information and talk about the ceremonies.
Before I get started, can I have the Tower 1 committee come join me back here, please? Retired members as well. All the Tower 1 committee. Kale, I know you're here. Lieutenant Buckman. Anybody else that's here? Excellent. Great. Well, welcome and thanks for coming out today on this windy day. Obviously, we're inside because it's a little bit chilly and windy outside, so we thought it would be better to at least start here. But don't worry, we're still going outside. We're still going to push that truck in. Special thanks to the mayor and Ames City Council members for your continued support and investment in safety for our community, and all the members of the fire department. We are grateful for your support. Every step of the way, you guys have always been there for us, and we're grateful for that. We recognize that firefighting and rescue equipment purchases are long-term investments in our community's safety and our emergency response. That's why we take great care of them. If you come over and you look at the apparatus or touch them today, it might be a little dusty because of the wind outside, but our apparatus are highly maintained. The crews take a lot of pride in that. Our fleet services team, who I don't think is here today, they take a lot of pride in making sure we have equipment that's well maintained, as well as our fleet maintenance team that we have in the fire department do an outstanding job making sure we have apparatus that work 24/7. We don't have the luxury of coming back in and saying, hey, you called 911, but give us a minute, we have a flat tire. And so we make sure that our apparatus is ready to respond 24/7. And that's why we're able to keep our apparatus as long as we do. The apparatus that we're pushing in Tower 1 today, we're going to keep that for at least 15 years as a frontline vehicle. And then if we need to do any refurb work, we'll keep it for another 10 years. So we expect to get 25 years of service life out of our vehicles. I don't know if you guys have a 25-year-old personal vehicle that you use, but it's not heard of, right? So that's why we take really good care of our equipment that we have. So the purchase that you see out there, the tower truck, just doesn't happen overnight. So I want to talk a little bit about that process, the tower planning process. So this all started 5 years ago with help from the city manager's office and the finance department, working on the 5-year CIP program that city council and the mayor approved. So special thank you to the city manager's office, city council, mayor, and finance department for helping us get that even started 5 years ago. From there, we have 18 months where we have a specification process, where we're specking out what do we need for a tower truck, what's going to best serve our community, meet our needs, and allow us to best serve our customers. And that's where this small group, there's more of them here, but a special thank you to our tower truck planning committee that was head by retired Deputy Fire Chief Doug Allen and Ship Commander Nick Lucchese, who is actually having a promotional process with the library helping them right now. But then also our members, Lieutenant Troy Buckman, Pat Murphy, Kel Doyle, who's here, Matt Thompson, Adam Webker, Rob Kirkpatrick from our Fleet Services Department was a part of the team, and retired firefighter Eric Peterson. So that's 18 months to spec the truck out. What do we need for our community? And then it's another 12 months to build that. And that's where we want to special thanks to Eric Feverker, our salesman from Reliant Fire Apparatus, as well as for Pierce, the manufacturer, putting together such a great vehicle for our community. Oh yeah, and then we also have another 1 month process as part of that. And that's where the crews that have been led by Pat Murphy and the team down here to mount all of the equipment that goes on that apparatus. There's a ton of equipment that has to be replaced, moved from one vehicle to the next, and that team has been outstanding making that happen. So thank you to all of our committee members and our team down here for making that happen. They deserve a round of applause. So I get the question, why a tower truck for our community? Rich, what's the benefits here? And the nice thing about this tower truck, it helps us provide a higher capacity payload. So we could put up to 4 firefighters in that vehicle, in that basket at the end, to help facilitate rescue to work off of, versus the ladder truck where you're only allowed one person at the end of the tip. Safer evacuation. People are much more comfortable stepping out of a balcony or a window onto a platform versus a single ladder that's there. So it's much easier for rescue. We can facilitate that a lot quicker. It's a safer work area for our firefighters to work from, elevated water stream, and that ladder truck out there, the tower truck, also carries 300 gallons of water and has a pump. So it also aids in firefighting operations. It's just not a tower truck with a basket. We can pull up onto a scene and we can put out a vehicle fire or a house fire. We have that capability with that truck. And then last but not least is the specialized rescue capabilities that we have from that platform. Whether it's putting a stoked basket at the end to get somebody that's stuck down in a ravine, or working high to pick somebody off that's stuck on flushing windows, we have more capabilities with the tower truck than ever before. So the old ladder truck that was here, that is, I believe, tomorrow morning we'll be going to Wisconsin to have a complete refurb done on it. And the great thing for our community is we're going to invest a little bit of money into that vehicle and bring it right back into our community, so we'll have 2 aerial apparatus, which will be the first time ever for our community and will be huge when it comes to rescue, fire operations, to be able to have 2 aerial apparatus for the city of Ames. So let's talk a little bit about how you guys are all involved, our push-in ceremony today. So the fire department push-in ceremony dates back into the late 1800s when horse-drawn equipment such as fire pumps, fire engines, even water bucket brigades, our hand pump engines would have to be pushed back into the station at the front apparatus as they unhitched the horses to take them to a different area. They would push the fire apparatus in the day. So that's what we're going to need our entire community's help. It's only 41 tons, but I think we can do it. So if we want to make sure we stretch out, but in just a minute here, we'll open up the truck bay doors and we're going to go out and we're going to ceremonially push this vehicle into service to start serving our Ames community immediately. So now I'm going to ask the members of the Ames Fire Department, our retirees that are here from the Ames Fire Department, thanks for coming out, and the public to help us push in the new Ames Fire Tower 1 and officially place this vehicle into service and available to respond to calls. Thank you for being here.
There's another here.
And I was gonna say we can just walk. I mean, I don't have to help them anymore.
Oh.
You okay? Yep. I'll watch those. So you can just walk and watch.
We'll get it back.